Who knew DC could be bright and fun and exciting? Powerless, apparently. It was awesome. Stay tuned as we talk about episode 1, Win or Lose.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Yes. We're definitely feeling pop girl group positive vibes this afternoon. It's a lot of fun. Hi guys, welcome to the after show for Powerless. I'm really excited. I'm Joelle Monique. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Hi guys, I'm Chae Jones. You can find me at Real Chae Jones on Twitter and Instagram.
Hi, I'm Becca Brown. Y'all can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Becca B Talks TV.
Yes, and we are here to talk to you guys about Powerless. It was kind of a great episode, like a first pilot, like a good introduction. At least that's how I was feeling. What were your initial thoughts?
I thought I was kind of, when you went to like superhero, you like expect to be so serious. So the fact that it was actually more comedic and touched on that, I thought that was actually fun to see.
I was saying that I like that it's a comedy show, and I don't think I would be like as interested in watching it if it were drama, you know?
Yeah, I think if it were drama, it would be like making deadlines and trying to quickly come up with this tool to help Batman, which in and of itself could be kind of cool, but I like that they're taking this angle, particularly because it's DC, and with DC we get a lot of like brooding, dark stuff. Even when, you know, it's Superman and you're hoping that he'll be light and fluffy. So I was really excited that, especially after they announced the cast that was going to be here, I was like, oh, it's going to be on. It's going to be dope. Great. So, pilot episode. We start off and we have Emily Locke, played by Vanessa Hudgens. What did you guys think of Emily Locke's train ride into town?
I actually say I would do the same thing. I'm like, oh, I just survived this selfie. Yes.
I was like, okay, I already relate a little to this girl.
She is kind of the every millennial girl, like, I'm going to have a great career, and it's going to be awesome, and I move to the city. Very, like, Carrie first season of Sex and the City.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I thought, production design-wise, it's getting a lot of, like, Pushing Daisies feel, like, / Mindy project. Very bright, very colorful.
It is bright, yeah.
So
I love all the color.
Me too. So I was really excited to see it. Okay, so Emily gets to work. Wait, first of all, I want to roll back a little bit. The guy on the train was really great. I don't know who that actor was, but that guest spot was kind of perfect because I thought he did a really nice job of counteracting Emily's. Yeah, well, Emily's so positive and bubbly, and he's just like, Siri, push my meeting back an hour.
Like, this happens every day.
This happens every day to me. The train delay.
Yeah, and for everyone just be ignoring it. And even the fact, like, their lives are definitely in peril. They're like, it's fine, the superheroes
like,
got it.
No, I love all the kids. Like, she's like, you guys don't see this, and everybody's on their phone. Nobody's even, like, it's like so, like, they're so used to it. Like, it kind of just, like, it's one thing that rolls off your, like, mind no more. Like, we don't care.
Yeah, it's like the real world. Everyone's on their phone.
Definitely. I kind of wish the kids had looked, like, I know it's supposed to be an everyday occurrence. I still feel like kids get like a 3-year-old, like when he sees a crane, he's like, oh my god, construction equipment.
Depending on if he has a phone in his, like, no, because like I think technology now with these, like, this whole generation is like totally different from when we were growing up. Like, so seriously, like, you actually had, like, you could have 1 hour, like, with your TV or on the phone. That's all you get.
That was all it was.
Now it's just like, distract yourself. Go home. I'm gonna distract you.
I have seen a lot of my friends who are parents now just be like, iPad, go. My kid's just like, I'm good for like the next 8 hours. It's totally fine. So maybe that is accurate. I kind of wanted like one little kid to be like, yes, I get it. I also enjoy the superheroes. Let's talk about Crimson Fox, because I thought she was a really dope idea for a superhero. Never. Steve is asking that I stop saying like. Watch the show Powerless. It's for girls, and I will be a valley girl.
Like so much.
Crimson Fox is a really great outfit, I thought. What'd you guys think of it?
I loved all her uniform. She was just like really confident, like, oh, like now this like in wonderment this lady's looking at me, and like I think for a superhero that's actually kind of cool, like when people are so used to it, and you have this, now you have the starry-eyed person just like, oh my gosh, you're you, and I can't believe like you just saved me, and then you threw me on top of a car.
Yes. I
was a fan.
Becca?
Definitely a fan. Yeah.
I liked her, like, cross-button, red, suit jacket, long thing. I don't know, it was great, because usually you see, you know, kind of skimpier outfits or whatever. So I thought it was cool that not only is the first hero we see a woman, but the way that she's dressed is, like, very empowering and kick butt.
I think that's also the message, too, behind Like, no matter if you have hearts, you don't, like, as a woman, you should always feel empowered.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so train ride's over. She was saved. We do see some poor people just standing on the stairs get crushed by a boulder because
They were there. That was a little band. That was like a little.
Yeah.
Your
drums.
reaction was pretty great.
I was like, what? Like, oh my god, they just got crushed by a. What is a building? I couldn't believe it.
Concrete.
They got crushed by concrete, and it was just like everybody just kind of went back on with their day, not caring that these people just got crushed.
Happens.
I thought it was nice because it means not everyone survives, and so there is, even though it's very comedic, a slight touch
It's
of
a
like
realness,
peril.
yeah.
Absolutely. So that was kind of cool. Okay, so we get in and we meet Van Wayne. Initial thoughts. First of all, I mean,
Haha. Okay. Okay. So this is what I think about Van. I think he wants to be the more popular Wayne, even though he's not.
of course.
And he's trying to say like, oh, I'm really cool with my cuz. That's my cuz, bro.
Yeah,
We're-
my cuz bro was my
we're
favorite
really
way he
close.
described it.
Really close, and they're not that close. And
Uh-huh.
that's something like when you have like a famous cousin or relative, you're kind of also like pushing in the back end of things a little bit because of it.
Definitely a posse-esque moment of like, I'm here too. He reminded me of Turtle from, oh man. What is the name of that show, y'all? Turtle, Entourage.
Keep the
I got there. It's Entourage. Turtle, did you guys watch Entourage?
I want to say
Okay,
yes,
first
no.
of all, go back and watch Entourage because even though it's the most broy show that ever broed, it is funny as hell.
broed?
It is the broiest
We
show
just
that
made
ever
a new
broed.
word, ever broed, guys. That ever broed.
Quote it.
Yeah, so Van really wants to get in there. Slight comic history lesson. Van in the comics is Vanderveer Wayne. He appeared in Batman number 148. He is also Bruce Wayne's cousin in there. He's created by Bill Finger, who is the guy that actually created Batman, and Sheldon Moldoff. What's cool about him, I like his original story. He just appears in this one comic, to the best of my knowledge. And it's like, this is back when Batman was the 60s-esque Batman. So you've got these very, like, wild kind of Caped Crusader moments. And Vander is just like, I'm going to hire a con man to play Batman so I can be Robin in order to impress Dick Wayne. If you don't know, Dick Wayne is Batman's original sidekick, Robin. He has no idea that Dick Wayne is actually Robin, which is hilarious to me, too. He's trying to impress Batman and Robin by being Batman and Robin without knowing he's trying to impress Batman and Robin. Hijinks ensue. He gets taught a humiliating lesson. That is Vanderveer. And so it's kind of cool that they resurrected this very long, like, kind of forgotten character to come in and run the industry. I love Alan Tudyk. He's
hilarious.
Especially voiceover wise. Like, if you guys need to check him on IMDb, like, if you love Wreck-It Ralph, King Candy, and you would never have known that.
Yes, he's got a wide range. Look at Becca's face. She's like, what?
Like, what?
He's brilliant. He's funny.
Yeah, he made Rogue One for me. Like, I like the movie,
He's
don't
in
get me
Wreck-It
wrong.
Ralph 2, just so we know.
What?
He's doing Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Yes.
King Candy. And I'm like, God has my prayers.
He is
yes,
good.
He's good always.
Alan Tudyk is the best. I love him as the robot in Rogue One, and I think that he's doing a good job here. I feel like he hasn't gotten enough meaty role aspects here yet. Like, I feel like his first, like, the writing for this episode was okay. It was a nice introduction to these characters. It was a great world building episode.
Yeah.
And they only had 15 minutes. I think maybe we could have had like a little more drama, maybe a little like last second kind of situation. But the way they set it up, I'm excited to see where they build. I definitely think, especially because they came in the middle of the winter season, I think this gives them a lot of time to grow. I think they will be renewed for a second season. And then hopefully then we can get into some more, not too much, but a little bit more drama.
Yeah.
I like that I relate to each character kind of in one way or another.
Yes.
That's what I...
Because I think, like, each character is, like, in a way, like, we have our selfish moments. Like, Teddy is a little selfish. He's like, I like nice things. Or, like...
I like that level
I
of
quoted that on
honesty.
Twitter. I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
I like nice things. And then Ron, he's such a sweetheart. Like, his character is so sweet. He takes care of his sick grandmother, and that was adorable.
Ron punches is everything.
I love him.
And we have Wanda and her resting bitch face.
Wanda is the best, and I really have strong hopes for Wanda that she emerges into her full bitchiness. Like, I hope that as the season goes on, she doesn't get any nicer. I hope she just gets meaner and like has nastier, like awful products to pitch.
Like a sex robot, because everybody wants to have sex with the robots. Apparently, I did not know that.
It was not market ready either.
It was not market ready.
I really wish we could have gone more into why was it not market ready? What's going on? Okay, so at Wayne Security, we have their big product is the anti-Joker Venom, which is cool. It looks like an EpiPen, which I thought the design of that was really smart. Danny Pudai's character Teddy is very serious about the color, whether it's purple or what was the other?
Sangria or amethyst.
Yes, you're right, absolutely. Which apparently for him makes a big difference. What I found really cool was the angle they're taking the show. So I thought it would be more like, okay, how do we help the heroes? Are the heroes upset with us? But instead, it's kind of feels like it's going to be a corporation to corporation kind of thing with Lex Corp. I liked the wear bag, which is one time he's only kind of wearable airbag that you can, if you get hit or something falls on you, you will live through the first strike.
First strike.
The first strike.
Second strike that,
as Wendy has proved to us, the second one will hurt you badly.
Should look good.
So I'll be excited to see who, will they bring in someone from Lex Corp? And if so, who? Supergirl, and now these are not the same producer, so I'm not expecting any crossover with the current DC lineup on the CW and this show on NBC. But in Supergirl,
but they film in the same lot too, so that might be.
It's a possibility. It would not be that challenging, especially because I think this show works well with Supergirl tonality wise.
Yes.
I can't really see it on Arrow. Maybe, yeah. But Supergirl makes a whole bunch of sense to me, especially because they have Superman on the show. And as we learned today, Superman is the #1 cause of workplace injuries. Oh my god.
He just flies through your window and he'll knock you down. Sorry, I knocked you down, but I gotta go save people.
Yeah.
With the way CW is going nowadays, I feel like this could get picked up for a second season on CW even.
Man, that would be, if CW also takes this, they just have to rename the network the DC Network. Do it officially so that I can finally just breathe easily, and then it would be great.
Just watch one channel.
Yeah, and then it'd be really great if HBO was we'll pick up the darker stuff, and then I will die of happiness. My goal is literally for DC to be we're kind of owned by Warner Brothers, and so is HBO. Yeah. It'd be really great if we just made a bunch of shows for HBO. I promise you one day they're going to get the hint.
We hope.
But okay, so back to my original point. Supergirl has Lex Luthor's sister on it. And because we have Lex Corp on here, she's now running L Corp in the Supergirl universe. But it would be really interesting if we had a Luthor come on this show.
Actually would.
Or a Luthor cousin who runs the.
And I would love just to see Van and that Luthor cousin just do the Mexican standoff.
Yes,
with
absolutely. Each other. Okay, so Vander Wayne. All things. So Van's main goal is to get to Gotham, which of course, Gotham is. If you guys,
city.
If you read the comics at all, it's a beautiful city. It's designed a lot to be look like New York, which also has little touches of Toronto here and there, and sometimes in the newer iterations, Chicago, because that's where they shot the films, the Christopher Nolan Batman films. It is expansive and huge and classy, and it's where Bruce Wayne lives, so you know it's right.
So you know it's right.
You know it's right. So he wants to get to Gotham, but instead Bob Lockley was created a beer with lime in it, which I like that they're kind of, the way they play off the real world is fun. We saw it with the selfie. I think we see maybe one of the writers has a big issue with Bud Light Lime and is excuse me, this is a joke. You dropped some lime concentrate in a beer and we're new product, get it. I also hate Bud Light Lime, so thank you, writers. I appreciate that.
We have that in common.
I just like Corona, I'm so sorry. So.
I don't like anything.
Yeah, she doesn't. She don't do it.
I
don't either, beer? But once in a while, Corona.
Not a Blue Moon with an orange slice, or...
I like my lime with my Corona.
I like water.
Oh my god. Okay. So I feel like Bob Locke is a reference to something, but I couldn't find it. So if anyone out there knows what Bob Locke is, I would really like to know because it's bugging me and I couldn't find it on the internet.
There's some knowledgeable people in the chat. So.
I'm sure.
What are the chat people saying?
So what did you guys think of Emily? We have chat? Let's go.
Yeah, no, we have some people in the chat saying
chat.
their favorite lines and stuff. One is Renji, and he said that his favorite line is, "I get to work with Bruce Wayne, ... cousin."
This is a great line because, again, it sets up this proxy, this idea of, like, it's the DC universe, but not quite like you know it.
Especially because, like, this, I love the city's called Charm City.
Yes.
I think that's actually a really awesome name for a city, just period.
Yes.
But it brings, like, a whole different just aspect of just being where Gotham is so dark, and this, but Charm seems like it's, oh, we're going to be bright and positive, and lights are going to, flowers are going to pop up from everywhere.
Even people on Joker Venom are, like, they just don't seem that bothered.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, in the cartoon, when people are doing it, like, their smile is painful, and they're, like, laughing so hard you can see it physically pains them to be laughing so hard. This guy's like, ha 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 ha, and I better bye. So, yeah, Emily comes in and, like, gung-ho. And this crosses over into my life a little bit. One of my roommates has this new coworker who is just like, I'm going to fix everything. She's like, you have not been here 5 seconds. You don't even know how things work. How are you going to fix a problem? So I really felt bad for Emily coming in here because she had a lot of positive energy.
I love her.
I mean, it was lovely that she wants
awesome.
to do good, but she did not get to know her team first, and that is a big pet peeve. Like, you missed the number one step of being a good manager, which is know your team, and then know their goals, and then you create, like, a plan for those things to happen.
You know everyone's strengths and weaknesses, and then plan accordingly.
Exactly. So I totally understood when the team was like, girl, no.
You're like the 5th.
Yeah, exactly. You don't even know the struggle. Why are you coming in here? But she does seem to align with the company's core values, which is kind of funny. We're here to change the world, which is definitely something Bruce would have implemented, to be like, because that's all Bruce wants. Bruce would prefer. Okay. So Vanessa said in an interview recently, she was like, "Don't expect Batman on the show. Like, don't get your hopes up. It's probably not going to happen." I can't help it. You called it the Wayne Corporation, and now I expect to see Bruce at some point.
Even if it's just like the back of his head, maybe.
Yes.
Please, we'll take that.
I will.
Into account.
But get, like, you know, we're in
Get
California.
get the broad.
She knows. You know. It's all about the shoulders, and I need the suit to
The dark
look nice.
hair.
Don't play with me. I love Bruce. So it would be interesting to me to see if Bruce comes, because she definitely epitomizes everything that he wants. She sounds good to Bruce. Okay. So she's really in there trying to make things work. She doesn't understand the colors. The team is kind of fading. But then she gets a second wind. She talks to Van. She's like, look, I really think I can do this. Van's like, look, I'm going to be absorbed. Don't you worry about it. We have until 7 a.m. the next morning, but we're pretty much done. They find out they're going to be fired. Company's not producing anything. They're just making these terrible Lex Corp knockoffs. She comes
Which
in.
is like an insult, too, at the same time.
Yes, absolutely. Because you don't want to be Lex Corp. They're evil. But she comes in and she's like, guys, pitch me your ideas. What do we have? Like, I'm listening now. She makes that turn. I really, really like the kryptonite windows because it's the stupidest idea in the history of the world.
I feel like that's
it's so stupid because, let's say he has to go to the 30th floor and he gets hit with the kryptonite. That means he's gonna, like, his power's gonna weaken him, so he's gonna fall off 30 floors.
I mean, forget that even. Her first thought was like, well, how does he get into the building? My first thought is like, if the product is successful and we install it in like 30 buildings, can he even fly through the city? Like, you're just lacing the city with kryptonite, which is the one thing that kills Superman. And you're making it easily supplyable to, like, everyone around. Like, all a villain will have to do is be like, shattered, throw, done. Foolish. I appreciate you, Ron. You tried it, but nah, son. That ain't it.
That's not.
When he came up with that, I'm like, I feel like that's, like, an idea that I would, like, pitch. You know?
Kryptonite windows, I've got it.
Yeah.
No, I want to go.
now.
Unless, you guys want to go first.
Huh.
I love it. He's like, I want to go first.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you guys.
That's also something I would say, probably.
Every time I see Danny Pudai, I can't help but think about Abed and then Troy and Abed from Community. Do you guys think that Ron Funches and Danny Pudai are going to have that kind of chemistry going on? Yeah. They have it a little bit here. We get teases of it in the pilot. Do you think that'll grow? Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah. Only because, like, they play off each other really well.
Yes. Yeah.
Like that you can actually tell from the pilot. They play off each other super well.
I think, speaking of playing off each other, I think all the characters, like, so far, the reason I'm like, oh, wow, this show is pretty good is because all of the characters all of the cast seems to have chemistry.
Yes. And here's the thing. I will say the casting for the show is probably what's saving it for me as well. I know what Danny is capable. I know what Ron is capable of. Vanessa seems so gung-ho and, like, excited about this show. and there's a lot of stories you could tell. So this setup really just feels like, look, here's the world, here's kind of what we're doing.
Meet everyone.
We don't really have a storyline yet, but don't worry, we'll get there.
Yeah.
It's a comedy show. You don't have to stress. So I'm definitely excited to see how the season unfolds. Other question I wanted to ask, which may be like it could be a hard question, but if you guys were going to create a product here, what would you create?
I mean, that Jackal leader thing was actually awesome. If I had to create something for Wayne Security.
Yeah. And chat can feel free to chime in on this too. What would you guys create for Wayne Security?
I want to hear what the chat has to say.
I wonder if anybody comes up with anything. I want to like save this question.
I want to say Mac Itnosh. I don't know if I said that right at all. Watched the show real fast and tuned into this, so thank you.
Yay, thanks, man. I think I would create some way to get to work that was better than the bus or train. That was like super fast. Like maybe a superhero like Segway ride where like Superman
do that?
I was thinking the fireplace Diagon Alley Harry Potter for like 2 seconds. I was just like, yes. When you said that, I was like, that's where my mind went. Like that'd be awesome.
I love it.
You should do that here in Los Angeles.
That'd be
a safer way to get to work. I appreciate it.
I think, what about an umbrella that's so durable? Like, even if, like, depending on, like, how much weight, like,
that's awesome. What if it could, like, expand over you so that when there was attack, you could just wait in your pod and be like, we're done. Okay, great. And it goes back to just being a regular umbrella.
I love that. Like, have a TV set in there so you can figure out what's going on, or a radio so, like, you know what's going on, so when it's over, or you just come out.
Definitely. What it really means is just a stand and a portable charger for your phone. Your phone is your whole news outlet anyway, so it's just right there. And if you could just set it up inside and just wait patiently until the danger is over.
Yeah.
Macintosh on the chat. Don't know if I said it right again.
Macintosh?
Nope. It's
Macintosh.
And Nosh.
Okay. Okay. It's not like, it looks like my sister.
It says a boomerang shaped like a bat.
A boot. That just sounds like a battering. I really appreciate it, though.
I appreciate that thought. I was trying to think of how that would work, actually. Like,
I don't know.
So think it'll come back at you, so just like...
So a battering that returns. A bat boomerang. I don't know.
I like battering.
It works. Battering. I like it. So we get our first villain, who they originally referred to as an evil pumpkin. And I'm like, is this the goblin from Marvel, or are we just borrowing? Because he throws pumpkins, and he's like a goblin. But no, it turns out he's Jack-o'-lantern, which makes a lot of sense. And he's kind of terrorizing the community, but nobody, again, really cares. I like when he pops up on all the screens and people are like,
like, me
I don't want the
I
sound.
don't care.
This is too much. Yeah, so Jack Leonard comes along, we get Wendy's invention, where Wendy is such a jerk, and I love it. I like women that are jerks. It's great.
But funny. Like a funny jerk.
Exactly.
Lighthearted jerk.
Because, like, are we talking about the redhead, right?
Yeah, Wendy's the one who has the device. I think she's blonde, but she has the device that alerts her whenever.
Emily alert.
Oh, okay, so Wanda. Okay, I thought you were talking about the other one.
I'm sorry. Emily is the main chick. Wanda is the evil chick.
Okay.
Yes,
cool.
yes. Sorry. Okay, yes. Wanda has the evil device, or it's not evil.
Just the additional alert device.
Yeah, she has the
device.
Very
evil.
She's rude, is what she is.
No, she's like, I make this device that lets me know when people I don't like are coming in within like some feet of me.
That's funny.
The shade of that. The shade
was just getting thrown.
Just to hold it up over your head and be like, I don't
like you, and I won't like you. I didn't chip in for this gift either, so.
Yes. So of course, Emily has a great idea, and she's like, look, my father gave me this great piece of advice, which I also like is kind of the cornerstone of the show. You don't have to be a superhero to make a difference. Yeah, no, it's really sweet. It's really sweet advice. So they use it. They're going to use smell, which again inspired by her father and his flower shop, to be able to track one specific villain for now. But I imagine you can update, download the app, get the new villains as they come out.
As we ended when Batman caught the Joker.
Yes.
Based on his scent. I'm like, I'm thinking, what does the Joker smell like?
Probably not good. Like this. A mix of
I think of
sewer,
knives, like oil.
BO, and hyena sweat, or slobber. Yeah, hyena slobber, BO, and sewer. That is what the Joker smelled like. It's gnarly. So she's able to save the company, and Bruce is thinking that Van has inspired his people. Is like, and you stay. But really, I think Bruce is like, yes, a don't have to take Van into Gotham.
I don't have to deal with this cousin who's like obsessed with trying to be in my limelight a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Also, a hanger on like Van who's literally thrilled at the fact that he had to do no work to advance is not the kind of person you want in your life. I mean, I get it, because sometimes things happen to you and it's easier than you thought, and you're like, oh, thank God, I got it, great. But he was like, oh, I'm a Wayne, I can commit vehicular manslaughter right now, and it won't even make a difference. Sir, again, rude. And also,
that is rude.
Very rude. And I'm sure because your cousin is Bruce Wayne, he would make sure that you actually go to jail, because he does care. Van really caused me a lot of like upset this episode. He didn't even know what beta meant. How are you in charge of a company
and don't know what beta means?
Like, sir.
I was thinking the same thing though. I was like, that makes no sense in my life.
It's crazy. Also, we learned that the bus is safer than the train, and with great power comes living in a taint. So that's pretty much the first
life lessons.
Right, exactly.
No, what I loved about this is called Wayne or Lose, and that's actually the book. And it was that. An author is Bruce Wayne, like, and, like it's like Post-its in it, like so many. It was like so many.
What do you guys think about her rating system? So there's a circle. A star is better than circle, but not better than a heart. So it's heart, star, circle, for what we know, and then maybe underline. I guess
better than a circle, but a star isn't better than a heart.
I had to think about that.
A star is better than a circle, but not better than a heart. So the heart, star, circle, underline.
Oh, okay.
Would be the order of things. Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
It seems like it would be challenging to read. I didn't understand. People were like, I highlighted the whole book. I'm like, then you would just read the book. That a highlight is to draw your attention to a specific area. So if you have all of it, how do you read that? Why did you do that to yourself? It just seems foolish. But you know, I've done that with one book, Sunil Met's Making Movies, which is like the ultimate guide to just creating stuff. Yeah, so she's organized, she's ready to go, she has a plan, she saved the company. I will be interested to see that now that the company's up and running, they know what their goals are. We know Lex Corp is kind of their counter. I'm hoping we get more rivalry there, because it doesn't seem like there's going to be a lot of team rivalry. So I'm wondering
Wanda.
Yeah. Well, even she, like, Wendy's in it, like, she's there, but she's just not, she's still working with the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no, like, disruption. There's not a lot of conflict right now. But we're getting into predictions.
I have a feeling.
Okay, let's just kick it straight to predictions.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now, your AFTERBUZZ TV.
Where did these lights come from?
Do you guys want to go first? Becca, yes, get it.
Speaking of, when you say, like, there's no conflict yet, but there might be, it just makes me think that there could be, like, a relationship, because I love relationships on shows.
Who are you shipping, Becca?
I don't know yet, but I want to ship someone.
See, I really want to ship, oh my gosh, it's Emily, right? Yes, main chick. Emily.
I want to ship Emily with someone.
But I just want to ship her with Bruce, and she's already told me not to get my hopes up about Bruce. But I just feel like
definitely like her with a love interest though.
Right?
Yeah, she's gonna have a love interest.
She's definitely too cute to stay single for a long time.
Especially
on this
in
show.
A city called Charm City. I feel like whatever guy she meets is gonna have a lot of charm.
And I just always assume it's gonna be a villain because again, that's just where the conflict comes from, and it's a comedy. So
yeah,
maybe it'll be like a Dr. Horrible-esque villain where it's just he's kind of cheesy, but he's like got a good heart. He just doesn't know how to behave.
I feel like
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be funny if she got like a new boyfriend like every 2 or 3 episodes.
She's just cycling through them.
Guy.
I love it. How about you?
My prediction: Van will never be able to go to Gotham City.
He will stay here forever.
He will stay in Charm City because that's what he deserves. For Emily, I definitely want her to have a love interest.
Okay.
For a work love interest, however, for some reason I'm just thinking a weird combo. Teddy and Wanda.
Okay, that would be interesting. I would take it. I also wouldn't mind, like, yeah, Teddy seems very coupable, but so does couple. I don't know.
Couple.
He could be in a couple. I'm just gonna make up words. I'm Shakespeare. I'm
I'm gonna start calling you Shakespeare.
Okay, I like it. Ron could also do really well in a relationship, especially because all he has is his grandma, and I just feel like I want Ron to have love in all aspects of his life.
But I feel if that happens, she's gonna be a villain. I don't know. I just
Because he's so naive and sweet.
That's like, I was gonna say gullible, but yeah, basically.
Also that, yeah. My prediction is that Van will become a villain. I feel like his ability or his desire to get to Gotham, constantly being thwarted, will end with access to all of these cool inventions.
I could see it.
Plus, it's Alan Tudyk, and he just makes a good villain. Like, he's amazing. He's super funny. So I would love to see him go full villain, and maybe that's their they're trying to create tools to stop him, and he won't be creating tools that are better, but maybe he'll team up with somebody. I also feel like he could be good in a couple too. I would like to see him with a very strong woman.
I was gonna say his assistant.
I don't want him. I feel like his assistant's too good for him, and she knows all of his BS. I would like to see him with a very strong, capable woman who's like kind of running the company instead of him. Like, while he's off complaining and whining and not wanting to do anything, she slowly starts taking over the company.
Though, of somebody coming in to almost take his job. Yeah. That would be a legit episode.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a lot of potential. I'm excited. I think that this sets a good precedent for the rest of the series, and I'm excited to see where it goes. If I had to rate it overall, I'd give it a B+. Interesting characters, great casting, good look, and great world building. I understand where we are, and I think that's the most important aspects of a pilot. I think we'll get into better writing and really, good story as the show develops and as the writers start creating their inside jokes and they start learning each other a little bit better. I think the writing can only improve. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I agree
with that.
Excellent.
Good writing. Very good.
Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We had a lot of fun talking to you about the first episode of Powerless. Guys, why don't you tell them where they can find you on the internet?
Y'all can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Becca B Talks TV.
You can find me at Real Chae Jones on Twitter and Instagram.
So wait, before we wrap up, what other shows, where else can they find you?
Yep, I was just going to say that. Y'all can catch Shadowhunters on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time and beyond on Mondays at 10 p.m. Pacific time.
Excellent.
You can find me on Bull on Tuesdays at 9. I had to do that for some reason. I will be doing Doubt for Thursdays at 11, and then I'm filling in for Joelle tonight on Riverdale, which I'm super excited for, guys.
Joelle's gonna go home and get rid of this cold, but please go check out Riverdale if you haven't watched it yet, and you like this show, you're probably gonna like that show. It's darker, but it's a lot of fun. You can also always check me out on Magicians on Wednesdays, and and The Expanse, which came on earlier today. Go check out Cardi. She's super excited about the show, and she does all the sci-fi stuff, so you'll have fun watching her. I'm Joelle Monique. You can find me all over the internet at Joelle Monique, and every week at blackgirlnerds.com. If you guys want to do me a favor, go check out the Schmoes Know guys, watch their Oscars episode, and tell them how much you love seeing this face, and maybe they'll have me back. I had a lot of fun. Thank you again for watching Powerless. We hope to see you here next week.
Bye. Bye, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.